I'm Kristen from rascalrides.com, where we provide product reviews, product guides, tips and tricks, and community to help you have more fun biking with your family. Today I've got the Woom OFF kids mountain bike here. I'm going to share with you guys what we really love about this bike and also what we would have changed had we designed it. This is the Woom or Woom OFF 4 here. It's a 20-inch mountain bike, but the bike also comes in 24-inch and 26-inch versions. When Woom first announced they were releasing the OFF, one of the first things parents noticed was the rigid fork. While some folks didn't like this, I actually thought it was a really smart move. First off, by providing a rigid fork, they've kept the weight way down. The bike only weighs about 17 pounds, which is way lighter than most 20-inch kids mountain bikes. Secondly, by providing the rigid fork, they've been able to keep the price low. All the Woom OFF mountain bikes come in at under $700, which for most parents is as much as they want to pay for a kid's bike. Finally, most kids simply don't need a suspension fork. Yes, if you're doing a lot of technical mountain biking or you're going to downhill bike park days, then this isn't the mountain bike you want. Our family does do a lot of technical mountain biking, and we have a suspension fork for our son. That said, most families are just going to be doing mellow single track or going to the skills park, and this bike is completely capable of doing that. We should also mention that do you want a suspension fork? Woom has suggested that it'll be available in summer of 2020. So if you can wait that long to buy a bike for your child and you want a suspension fork, it is coming. Because it has a carbon fork, it does help absorb a lot of chatter from the trail. There's also nice wide tires on the 20-inch. These are 2.25-inch tires. And because they're a little higher volume, they do help provide a more comfortable ride. That said, we do wish that Woom had released the bike with tubeless tires. With tubeless tires, you can ride them at a really low PSI, so it could have absorbed even more trail chatter. This is one thing that we think they missed on the bike. Something we love is the ProMax hydraulic disc brakes. If your child is coming from a bike where they had V-brakes, this is going to make a huge difference for their riding ability. Both V-brakes and even mechanical disc brakes can often cause a lot of hand fatigue for little hands. These brake levers are going to be much easier for them to operate, and hydraulic disc brakes also just have superior stopping power. If you remember the days when you were mountain biking with V-brakes, you can imagine how big of a difference this is going to make. The Woom OFF has through axles, which is pretty much unheard of at bikes at this price point. A through axle is going to provide superior stability, but it also just provides extra peace of mind and safety knowing you're not going to end up having a quick release skewer open up and come loose on the trail. The bike has a high quality SRAM drivetrain. It's 1x9. The rear derailleur is a SRAM X5 derailleur. This is a mid-range component. It does not have a clutch, although we didn't notice too much trouble with the chain rattling or with it falling off. The shifters are trigger shifters, which we much prefer to the grip shifters on most of the Woom bikes. Parker, what do you think about the trigger shifters?
They're great.
Are they easy to operate?
Yeah.
Some other things we really like are the nice short crank arms. On the Woom 4, that's 110 millimeters, which is much shorter than most 20-inch mountain bikes. Narrow Q factor. It's got some high quality pedals. The pedals have 6 metal pins on each side. These help keep your child's feet firmly planted on the pedals. We've got child-appropriate geometry, nice wide handlebars, a flip-flop stem so you can actually raise or lower the position of the handlebars. Now, the things that we would have changed had we designed the bike. First off, the cables are externally routed. Where this is a mountain bike and you're going to be riding in dusty and muddy conditions, we think that internally routed cables would have been better to help keep things clean and tidy. Also, the seat post collar does not have a quick release on it. We think this was a huge oversight. Kids, when mountain biking, are constantly raising and lowering their saddles to either climb or descend, and you need to be able to have a quick, tool-free way to raise and lower the saddle. Should you buy the Woom, we recommend on upgrading this immediately. We also like that this can be a do-it-all bike. Yes, it's a mountain bike and you can take it out on trails, but it also is going to work for riding to school, riding around town, doing whatever kind of riding your family wants to do. Because let's be realistic, most parents don't want to buy their child multiple bikes. Overall, we think the Woom or Woom OFF mountain bike is a great option for petite kids thanks to its lightweight. We think it's super affordable and realistic for most families. And the high quality components like the hydraulic disc brakes are going to make a huge difference in your child's enjoyment and fun on the trail. If you want to get into the even nerdier details like the gain and gear ratio, the frame geometry, head on over to our website, rascalrides.com, where we provide all the nitty-gritty details. And we also provide comparison charts so you can compare the Woom OFF to other kids' mountain bikes. We appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.